different in the last 5 years that, I mean, for sure the pandemic has pushed the Zwift platforms, the digital platforms so much that many people is now on those digital platforms, and I think it's cool, it's nice, and it's not over yet. And I don't think we have reached the top of that. I think it's still, when you see what is in 10 years, I mean, the last 5 years is one thing, but what is in 10 years? About all this e-sport thing, about world championships, about having a full Wembley stadium or whatever, which football stadium or indoor place, thousands of people watching that. I mean, these are all chances. It opens another door into the world of cycling, because cycling, indoor or outdoor, I mean, you have many other sports, is mountain biking, you have cyclocross, you have indoor track. I mean, that's why I think something new, something modern that also implements also the way of now professional sport, that certain indoor exercises, training will be done now even more indoor than you ride outdoor. And I think this is a huge push for that sport. But on the end, I always say, behind the push, there is humans that pushing actually the bike to see everything on that. Yeah.
Training door a lot, but there's then real world totally different. How do you think those cycling classics have changed?
I know in 1 hour full gas indoor you can implement. When you go outdoor, it's maybe 3-4 hours easy riding. So indoor is just another way, and you can't train specific skills for a classic race or for the Tour de France. I mean, it's impossible, because on the indoor you're just burning energies, and you sweat, and outdoor is just different. And that's why you need the outdoor skills. You need to learn to you need to adapt that. And plus, I mean, outdoor you learn most things, but in terms of skills, downhill braking, the road surfaces, how all those things are definitely needed, because you can push as how much you want. But if you ride a race and you're not used, you are suffering as on plus, and this burns another energy, and this might not will bring you there where you are on an indoor Zwift when you push so much. And so that's why I think it's a combination that you need to have to get really proper on it.
Do you see in like 10-15 years an indoor trainer able to replicate Arenberg?
I mean, you have already on Zwift this kind of feeling of like this noise. It's another way of going over. I mean, it's getting straight away a bit harder. But I mean, if they can produce, like, I think it's possible. I think it's possible to make vibrations on an indoor. I mean, I mean, whatever which provider you have. I mean, it's on the end. Zwift as a platform will have that, and if now I'm on Wahoo, and if I think they are capable to do that you once have this feeling of having properly this Roubaix feeling, maybe not as 100% of it, but I think this is the direction that it can go, because it opens such a range of where they can go with that.
And I'm sure you watched the women race. What were you feeling? What were your thoughts about the first Roubaix?
Yeah, it's something new, it's something different. It's still two-wheel. I mean, on the end, it's a bike race, but it's definitely different to watch in terms of many things that has shown and given to us spectators watching this Roubaix. But I think it was for sure definitely a spectacular way to see the first edition for the women.
And who are you cycling with these days? Who are like your friends and groups? Who are they and what do they do?
Mostly I'm riding now when I'm at home alone, because first of all it's the time issues sometimes that I have to find my own times where others already been gone or where there's no one around. But on the end I need to ride. I like on the weekend with friends and colleagues and some of the guys there around. But during the week, of course, once is a lunch ride, once is an afternoon ride, one is an evening ride. For me, the bike is still not just a passion; it's just also to to deload or to load and to get ideas to just think about life, to relax. And this is probably something I need. And when it's 3 times a week, I'm super happy when I'm on the bike. It gives me good stabilization in my life, and still, I mean, it's my passion, and that's super nice.
Last question on your followers, your group, like Cancellara chasers. Who are they compared to like other subgroups in cycling?
Yeah, my Chasing Cancellara event sounds like, you're still a chaser. Yeah, I mean, when you watch bike races today, and then you always see the first guy is in the front, and then you see chasers on the back. So I was many times in the front, and I had to get chased, and that's why it's a subtitle on it. But we have so many different kind of platforms in terms of Zurich Zermatt. This is a huge example. I mean, you ride from Zurich to Zermatt at 2 o'clock in the night, and you have time to arrive until 7 o'clock in the evening. And there are people, they arrive 5 minutes ahead of this 7 o'clock in the evening. But these people is not the people they're riding 10,000 kilometers a year. Maybe people they ride 2,000, but for them this challenge, is this what people is, and it's not only a race, it's also a challenge. I mean, we have time trial, we have Chasing Flanders that we're going to do, and we accumulate the climbs. We have those other challenges where it's a burn Andermatt, it's individually, it's as a couple, it's in a relay. So we have different platforms, and it's open to everyone, because this is what is unique, that everything is always different, and you made different experiences. And of course, I'm always involved, and from early to late, whatever it is. And when I see people on the bike, and people comes and participate to something different, because it's not the 10,000 Gran Fondo events. It is less, but it's good, and I prefer the quality, and interact with people, and to see those happy faces from all those people when they are arriving in, if it's in Andermatt from Bern Andermatt, or if it's in Zermatt, or it's a time trial we could do on closed roads. I'm looking forward now to 2022 to finally go on. I mean, pandemic has hit everywhere, I think, in terms of traveling and so on. And it's not just the beauty of Switzerland to show to the people, or to make this happen for people, but I think it's also to go to places. I mean, meet friends, colleagues, fans, and new people that might gonna come into that world, because on the end, it's not just about my events. I think in generally cycling events are so cool and good, and it's basic, because everyone can do it. It's not a matter of how fast you do it, but at least you do it because it's health, it's something good, and yeah, it doesn't destroy you.
There's a mix of people, it's not just
Yes.
like hardcore cycling.
No, I think everyone is welcome. I mean, even is a guy that is 120 kilo, is a guy that is doing 20,000 kilometers a year. No, everyone is welcome, and this challenge is for everyone individually, because everyone is kind of a winner. We have people in Zurich Zermatt, they arrive at 11 o'clock. But then there's people, they're arriving at almost 7 o'clock in the evening, and is one of the last ones, but I'm there, I'm waiting, and I want to see them coming in and saying thank you for that they joined, and they say, no, we thank you for what you do for us. And these are not professionals, but on the end, this is people, they have a certain passion. And this is also to support, because it's not about potential new customers, but it is for the cycling world, because as more people cycle, and it more helps to the cycling world in general.